play that one straight with the freaky yet again. Now off that backboard, here is Pwndex. Does end up missing it. It's going to be the chase down for ᴛɪᴜs. He will get there, and the shot was not on target.
Crucial clear from Mocket. The highest player of Boost was FAIRE with 32, and the only other one was Patch with 11. Otherwise, they were all out. You saw them kind of scrounging for those smaller boost pads.
It's going to be a shot. Goes off the crossbar. Yet again for Mocket. Just a little bit lower. And they will like 3 more goals than they would have looked for this game.
Be a totally different story.
Another long ball going to be played. Pwn just trying to power it, but it will just go straight back over to Mocket, who have actually chosen to rotate back and choose the defense over trying to pressure the midfield. Ball now up high. Here comes Sဃ쏘ʀᴇ. Taps it once. Will go to freaky. But ᴛɪᴜs is just loitering around, trying to find his gap to try and push through. It's going to be loose for a long period of time. Pashi can control. Just wants it out of his end. Freaky playing it up yet again. Still 1-1 with 1 minute remaining. Become a very quiet affair within the last few minutes. Ever since the scoring frenzy that we had to open us up.
It seems that both teams are a little bit more settled. Pwndex going for trying to boost to clear out some of these rotations. Just
ça a l'air correct, ça, non?
both teams are able to spread it out.
Franchement, là,
She's chilling out a little bit too much there.
je veux pas parler parce que dès que je parle, ça rase, sa connexion, elle nique sa mère. Mais là, juste un petit réglage. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Donc, normalement, ça doit aller.
Sဃ쏘ʀᴇ, for ᴛɪ꿑s, but he's going to take this by himself. A lot of individual plays coming out from both these teams. It will not break down either of the defenses. Both these teams, they are solid enough to not be making those mistakes. Really is a match where you're going to have to try and force the mistakes rather than expecting them to happen. And we are going to hit overtime in game number 3.
Well, it's 2 times that you said.
Ça va m'entendre un petit peu mieux quand même. Ah ouais, là j'ai regardé un tuto là, comment régler son flux. Putain, nique sa mère, je te l'ai réglé, sa race. Regarde-moi ça, il n'y a plus rien qui bug. Jusqu'à maintenant, hein, je dis bien jusqu'à maintenant. On va voir.
Pwndex actually gets taken out of the rotation even though he thought the ball was his. Now ᴛɪ꿑s kick off that backboard. Pwndex going to start rotating and it's an open net for him to aim for, but once again, Mocket can't beat the crossbar. Ⴇ can't beat the post. It is PvE.
In BE. In BE.
The ball's going to settle back down. ᴛɪ꿑s a long pass up to Zyntss, but starting to see this Mocket team, they're playing quite.
Et attendez, parce qu'il faut que je fasse un truc là. C'est obligé, il faut que je le fasse. Sinon ça fout la merde à fond, ça me casse les couilles. Donc l'image que j'ai fait là, vous avez vu, il faut juste que je la modifie. Comme ça je pourrais la mettre en bannière, voilà. Miniature, vous avez compris? Oui, oui. Ok. Je fume une cigarette. Parce que je peux pas la mettre, ça me casse les couilles. Mais au moins je peux être bloqué, vous voyez. Donc je fais ça. Bon, allez, où c'est l'image?
I believe the chance is still there. What was it, a 3% chance when we came in today? It's not much. It's not much, but still around.
Still around, but looking back at this match, a lot of it has to do with this Mocket team. They're not afraid to sit back and defend, just taking their time with counterattacks. And then as soon as it went into that overtime, we saw a different Mocket. You saw it especially on that back left corner where it just, I'm like, okay, Zyntss has got this one. And then all of a sudden you see FAIRE peek fly out and clear it downfield. So they're really starting to pick it up and contest this team at their own game.
Ouais.
The best way I can kind of describe Mocket in that game was the Snorlax in the very first Pokemon game you ever played.
Ouais, non, franchement, ça ressort. Donc, je vais faire. Tac. FG. Bam. 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 Après, je vais modifier la bannière, bien sûr.
The recorder is the worst instrument of all time.
We only learned to play like hot cross buns on it. We had to do it in like 4th, 5th grade. It wasn't pretty.
Voilà.
Maybe it was.
On va se mettre, hein. Ne me dis pas non, hein. Miniature mis à jour. T'as gros, toi tu continues, je vais te bloquer, tu me casses la couille. Tous les jours, tu me demandes ce jeu-là, je joue pas, frère. C'est pas que je veux pas, mais je joue pas, frère. C'est ce que je fasse. C'est chaud ton histoire.
Brother needs to try and break down this Excel team one more time. Shot's going to come in from Zentus, but easily picked up there by FAIRE. Peeking now, trying to go for the follow-up. Pulling off his teammate. He'll ball up high yet again. Freaky trying to get the setup. Oh, next though, be left by himself. Freaky getting bumped on the wall. Now the opportunity for the counter-attack for Excel. Be a bit late trying to set this up, and Freaky has now managed to rotate himself back just in time. Hashi gets the ball set up. 2 players up in the air now. Pondex plays that one long. Very peak. Gets beat by Pondex. Now the opportunity for the setup off the top. Just saved there by Freaky. Once again, the final man on the side of Bucket, coming in and saving the ball.
Well, very peak and Hashi is starting to get that chemistry going as you see them pass it in field, but the defense of Excel doing a good job handling it on their own. But the pressure that is taking players on
ah ouais, frérot, c'est ça que j'ai donné gratuit à ma gueule. Ça tient plus de toute façon, ça tient 20 minutes même pas. Sinon, pense bien, hein. Et Bip, tu me connais quand même, non? C'est bien que moi, voilà, je suis des affaires, je suis pas là pour perdre, hein. Faire mon temps, voilà, non. Ah ouais. Ready to come and challenge. If Excel want any chance of trying to get past it, they even need a fantastic individual play. Il faut chercher aussi, hein. Parce que voilà, moi, il y en a encore qui me dit ça dure combien de temps, donc c'est qui marche, il est sur un compte qui marche. Il faut chercher aussi. Il y en a 50, hein, ça va. C'est beaucoup à regarder, mais il faut regarder parce qu'il y en a un ou deux qui ne va pas, que tout le reste ne va pas, hein. C'est pas vrai ça. S'ils ne voient pas, c'est qu'ils ont été changés directement, c'est tout. Hein. C'est pas chercher midi à 14h. C'est ça que je dis, moi je fais plus de compte privé parce que je vais le vendre quoi, 5 €, 10 €, c'est 10 €, moi c'est 5-10 €. Et après quoi, une demi-heure après, le gars il l'a même plus, ça sert à quoi, il va m'insulter l'arnaqueur? Non. Je mange pas de ce pain-là, vous me connaissez, vous voyez. Ah ouais, merde, il faut que je remette le truc. Attendez 2 secondes. Ah bah ça va, je crois que je sais c'est lequel. For them, that pinch hits that corner, bounces straight out to ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ, who can just put a good shot on net. There's nobody in net able to take the read and save it. They're up by 1. 2 minutes left in game number 4, just trying to fight for that game number 5.
ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ still chasing up on that goal scorer of the season, potential medal for himself. With shots like that, he's building the fantastic case for himself. ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ now off that sidewall. Opponent can take control. He's kept it set up for himself. Trying to force Mocket members to move. Unfortunately, Mocket usually so well organized that they will not budge. But this is a position that Mocket do usually tend to struggle from. So good at playing from in front, but usually struggle so much more when it comes to playing from behind, as we saw last week against Method, where they were going a goal down almost immediately and just didn't seem to know how to react to it.
Well, it's good for them that they're able to make those changes. First game definitely wasn't their favor, a huge score margin of 3 in difference. But they bounced back and came with a solid one right after that. But now it is Excel's time, seeing if they can come back, bring it to game number 5, as Pondex is going to bring it past 1. And another one with that quick flick over Pashy. ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ going for the upside down air dribble, trying to get it, win a 50-50, and it plays right into the corner.
FAIRE off that wall. He does beat Pwned. Mockie going to be second to midfield challenge, though still trailing with 40 seconds remaining. They need to start finding one another. Pashy is going to play on a straight down. Freaky takes out the man, but cannot get to the ball in time. And now ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ can follow up his own clear, and he is going to turn it in. Popcorn reigns supreme, and Excel could be forcing a game 5.
I wonder what kind of popcorn it is.
I was not spicy popcorn.
So, well, according to Gibbs, it's always spicy, because it's Rocket League we're watching.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It's an unfortunate meme that he's trying to push right there.
Also, have to correct myself. Excel can still get top 2. They just have the unlikely event of sweeping method.
Okay, well, still plenty of work left to go. So we have managed to give them an opportunity back. Is Freaky gonna take the shot? Pashy takes out the man! Diving forward, head first, shoulder into the abdomen, take him out.
As soon as that ball landed at midfield, he just immediately beelines back, goes for the aerial hit. There was nothing else on Pashy's mind other than that bump.
I think Mockie just heard us and went, oh, they've got a chance still? Okay.
Well, with the 10 seconds left, there's still an opportunity.
One more chance to go. Pashy gets it up. Very peak with the flick. That's going to be a difficult touch for him to try and follow. Does get it off that side wall. Freaky is around as an option. Pashy needs to play in the midfield, but no, ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ gets there before, and Excel take the win. Championship potential still there for them.
Good play at the end as well. ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ just not leaving anything to chance. The play pulled in the midfield, just hits it as fast as it can, as far as it can, away from anybody else. But yet again, ᴠɪᴅᴜ the difference maker. 4 shots on net and a save. Both and everybody pretty much getting involved on that team. It just, for what seemed at the beginning, Mockie really controlling the pace, they turned it around roughly about that halfway mark and stopped it out from there.
Yeah, but Mockie still, it's the same story for them. And I feel like, as much as it is a strength, it's also a huge weakness, which is a case of, yes, they're a defensive squad, but unless the game goes perfectly in the way that they want it to be played, they definitely struggle. Only 2 shots coming out for them in that game, in a game where they spent a decent portion of the time behind. Enough time for them to really just sort of figure out, okay, we got to start moving now.
Yeah, it was weird. They just seem, like you said, they have trouble with adversity, where when things don't go their way, it's just something about the team that just kind of falls apart. They don't have that kind of cohesion or that speed that they've seen in the past. Except for when we saw it in that one game where Fairy Peak and the rest were starting to beat others to the ball. It just doesn't seem to suit their play style. They prefer to wait, be a little bit more passive, and then counterattack as a team. Unless you see weird options turn up where Pashy just gets to turn around and go for a bump, which I don't think you can count on that every single time. I just don't think it's it's not plausible. It's not a thing that that you should rely on.
Pashy,
if you want to go for aggressive plays, by all means, Pashy, but doing it in that kind of circumstance, don't count on it. Probably wouldn't recommend it.
Well, for Excel, it all comes down to this. Game number 5 in a match that they must win if they want to keep their pressure up on Method. Remember, those 2 teams will be taking each other on later on today. Now the ball off that side wall almost immediately. ᴠɪᴅᴜ with the follow-up. Freaky gets it up high. Will be slowly followed up there by Pashy, trying to get it past the first player on the challenge. Early pressure now going over to Mockie. They want to try and control those 2 middle boosts. Pashy prioritizing, gets the ball up high. Freaky's going to be a very tough touch for him. Zenzus goes for the underneath the car shot and just rolls the ball straight towards the Mockie end, but now we're down to the other end of the pitch. Here's Pashy with the shot, turns it into the net.
A lot of that all because of the setup from that player leading the charge. You see him coming here, a clear desperately needed by ᴠɪᴅᴜ. Doesn't matter, Freaky's there to dunk it away, and then ᴠɪᴅᴜ's just in an awkward position on that back wall. Doesn't know if he should jump after it or what, but probably should have committed to it. Needed to buy some time for that last man to come back into rotation and give him some more options.
Freaky won that so easily that calling it a challenge would be disrespectful.
He was all over, to say the least.
Now if that back